Is something burning? Something's burning.
We're at 30 seconds.
Hi there, I'm... Fair enough. Coming at you, one contestant, roaring to go.
Okay, you're ready on set. 10 seconds.
Best fishes.
Let's check the barn door.
6, 5,
Go to black.
4, 3.
In your coffin.
Hello, I'm Cookie Masterson, and I'm from the future. Wow! No friends, huh? Would you just get out of prison? And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
Silly Nooses! The elastic executioner bracelet every kid has just got to have. Don't you wish you'd thought of them?
Okay, let's get this show on the road. Right off the top, the most important question ever. Okay, so not to get all heavy and philosophical on you right off the bat or anything, but what's the meaning of life? That which sets apart organic and inorganic objects to be capable of vital functions, the principles of thought separate from the body, or a board game with dice. To be capable of vital functions is to be alive. Unfortunately, the answer is gonna kill your score. This is not a good way to start the game. Now pay attention. By definition, life is the difference between us and rocks. Simple, huh? Now you don't have to bother with that philosophy major. May I introduce... My computer crashed into a light post. So this whole time I've been thinking it was my fault that my computer keeps crashing. Turns out, it has a drinking problem. If I enrolled my computer in a binary 12-step program, what would it be called? A 110011-step program? A 1100-step program? A 10-step program? Or a 0-step program? Any geek can tell you 1100 is 12 in binary. The worst part about a drunk computer? Floppy drive. Say hello to the not ready for cubism players. And hang on to your hat, cause it's a this or that. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a painting by Picasso or a character from Saturday Night Live. If it's Picasso, press the square button. If it's Saturday Night Live, press your circle button. Each right answer gets you $300 live dollars. But watch out, miss one and 300 will get painted over. And you've got 30 seconds to paint the perfect picture. Okay, we're off. Church lady, the acrobat, blue nude, sensitive naked man, the old guitarist, opera man, the Continental. You seem to display a knowledge of truly fine art, and of Picasso paintings as well. The realms of painting and SNL are not really that far off from one another. You have to admit David Spade does kind of look like Whistler's mother.
Everybody quattro, everybody quattro, hey!
This one's known as Cool Ranch Protoplasm. What would be the primary ingredient of Lay's potato chips of the sea? Partially hydrogenated coral, bivalve extract, zooplankton powder, or dehydrated pteropods? I hate how that stuff gets all over your fingers when you're snacking. Where's that confounded right answer? The smallest creature in the marine food web, pteropods, are called the potato chips of the sea, because all the larger organisms are constantly feeding on them. Now, I wonder what would be considered the French onion dip of the sea, because with that combination out there, I might actually finally learn how to swim.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Here we have Ed is Enough.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you give me a right answer on this one, I'll give you a $1,000 bonus. Put these movies in order according to the number of characters Eddie Murphy played in each, from fewest to most. Coming to America, The Nutty Professor, Norbit. The Nutty Professor, Norbit, Coming to America, The Nutty Professor, Norbit, Norbit, The Nutty Professor, Coming to America, or Norbit, Coming to America, Mr. Eddie Murphy played 3 people in Norbit, 4 in Coming to America, and 7 in The Nutty Professor. That'll net you an extra $1,000. And then there are movies like Bedtime Stories and Imagine That, where he didn't bother to act at all. That's the end of round 1. And you've got a decent score there. Don't screw it up. Don't forget, in round 2, all the cash is doubled. And don't forget, the wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting for you. Okay, let's see what's next. Here's one for you. 2D fashion. Which South Park kid has a pom-pom on his hat? Kenny, Stan, Kyle, or Butters? Only Stan and Cartman have a fluffy pom-pom on the top of their 2-dimensional hats. Although I'm pretty sure Cartman's mom has a pom-pom right above her. Try this on for size. Who done it? Who cares? Remember that game Clue? I don't think I ever actually finished that game. It took forever trying to figure out who did it, where, and with what. Man, I'll bet the characters in the game were even bored, just biding their time until some Einstein figured out who done it. While waiting for someone to solve the murder, which Clue character could play a game of Mumbledy-Peg? Miss Scarlet in the ballroom with the... Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. Mumbledy-Peg is a classic game played with a pocket knife where you try to stick the blade into the ground by flipping it in different ways. The knife's also good for ripping open that envelope and finding out who the committed the murder. Now, looks like you choked on this one. And since you're already choking, why not do it in style with a super elastic silly noose? Noose-shaped rubber bands for wearing, trading, or just hanging around. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise.
Plucking chickens, picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
Next up, Zit. What would you expect to find in the House of Blackheads? British landowners applying Clearasil? Russian spies washing with Noxema? Austrian doctors watching a proactive infomercial? Or Latvian merchants wearing Biore strips? Ah yes, the tension and intrigue of the Cold Cream War. No, I'll get this. The House of Blackheads is a building in Latvia where local unmarried businessmen could hang out and, do whatever it is that unmarried businessmen do. Although rebuilt, the original House of Blackheads was destroyed in World War II. The night before prom!
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, if I'm right.
Take a stab at My Grandmother Smells Like Leather. Because it doesn't have dimples, which grandmotherly boast are you least likely to hear? My basketball is the star of the school play. Here's my golf ball. Your volleyball is very cute, Granny, but it doesn't have any dimples. Come to think of it, that volleyball doesn't look much like anyone in your family. You sure somebody wasn't spending time in bowling alleys?
Hold me, never let me go. Am I dreaming? Questions.
Here's one I like to call putting ointment on your continental crust. What might a doctor say if the country of India went in to have its southern tip examined? That Cyprus has me a little worried. You may want to have that Sri Lanka removed. We should really keep an eye on that Malaysia. Or that Fort de France seems a little sensitive. Time's almost up. Would you like to hear a fart de France?
Oui, oui.
It's so obvious. Sri Lanka is that little dangly island thing that hangs off the southern tip of India. Personally, I think India should keep it. Sure, some people might think it looks weird, but I've heard that it improves sensation for the entire continent. Welcome to the attack. When you see two clues that match, press the X button. 4,000 if you're right, but you lose 4,000 if you're wrong. And don't forget,
Remember the clue.
it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Look, I'll say it another way. Enough niceties, let me cut to the chase. Good luck. That's the game! Great job. I'm gonna remember this performance for quite some time. Oh wait, shoot, I already forgot it. Well, remember this.
You know